Now.
Good evening and welcome to Newswatch 12 at 6. I'm Dan Hagan. Every summer, the population of the Northwoods balloons with seasonal residents, and many more just visit the area for a weekend or two. Local chambers work to bring in tourists and boost local businesses. One local chamber director just received a prestigious scholarship so she can better serve her community. Newswatch 12's Matt Weaver spoke with her and has more.
I'm looking to further my chamber knowledge and education.
Lauren Sackett was announced as one of the winners of the Midwest Regent Scholarship. Next week, she will head to Madison for her first week-long session. There will be 3 more sessions after this one.
And I think that anything I can do to further my education is going to help further our community and help us achieve goals and assist our members.
Recipients of the Regent Scholarship will receive training in nonprofit management and commitment to their industry through 96 hours of training at 4 different sites.
We do spend a lot of time looking at industry trends, but it'll be nice to be able to be in person, to network with other chambers like ours.
By networking with people nationally, she will have plenty of ideas to bring home after each week-long session.
So I'm going to see what other chambers across the country are doing and bring that knowledge back here to the Northwoods of Wisconsin.
Her vision is to use what she's learned to improve all sectors of the Rhinelander economy.
I want to serve the Rhinelander community, be here long-term and help businesses grow and help our community thrive.
In Rhinelander, Matt Weaver, Newswatch 12.
Meteorologist Conrad Sapinski joins us now. Conrad, a weird day out there. We had some sun and some showers too.
Yeah, it was definitely one of those weird days where the weather just could not make up its mind. It was sunny, cloudy, rainy, and then back to sunny, just all over the place out there. But at least we had some 70s out there for a little bit of time, so a nice and enjoyable 73 out there in Rhinelander with some sunshine before some clouds rolled on in. But now our average is supposed to be around 72 degrees as a high with an average low of around 47 degrees. So now we've really cooled off out there once those rain showers and rumbles of thunder passed on by. A pretty quick, sharp decrease in temperatures around 10 degrees in 30 minutes as the cool rain started to fall on. But most of that has moved on to the west as most of these storms are pretty much in Lake Michigan, and just a couple of sprinkles will still be lingering for just a little bit of time. But tonight we will continue to drop into the mid-40s. Dan?
Just hours earlier in Racine, Wisconsin, a man shot and injured 5 people during a funeral. Racine police described the shooting as a critical incident and urged people to stay away. The funeral during that time was for Deshante King. King's family members were hit in the shooting. All funeral home staff are reportedly okay. Back in March, Deshante King was shot and killed by a police officer. Today's shooting happened just before 3 p.m. It's that time of the year for road construction, and Governor Evers is committing more money to Wisconsin roads. Evers today announced approximately $150 million in state funding for 342 projects. The goal is to finish them all over the next 5 years. It's largely through state funds, but some of the money comes from federal funding through the bipartisan infrastructure law. Among the cities to receive funding for road construction are Wausau, Rhinelander, and Stratford. A list of the projects can be found on the WisDOT website. Wisconsin Democrats announced a joint effort with national party leaders to win November elections, calling it Forward for Wisconsin. The goal is to re-elect Governor Tony Evers and defeat Republican Senator Ron Johnson. The effort is a partnership that includes the state and national Democratic parties, Evers' campaign, and the Democratic Senatorial Campaign Committee. Democrats promise to target rural parts of the state, which have been trending toward Republicans in recent elections. The Wisconsin Republican Party spokesperson said in response that that's something her party has done for years. Evers won in 2018 by just over 29,000 votes. But history is not on Evers' side. The candidate of the president's party has lost the last 8 races for Wisconsin governor. Right now, Wisconsin is seeing record unemployment rates. While that is good news, there's also a worker shortage in the area. The Department of Workforce Development's Jobs Center in Rhinelander says they're seeing business pick up lately. Jenny Kowalczyk is an employment training specialist there. She says the Jobs Center had been closed for almost 2 years because of the pandemic. In turn, she says people learn to be more self-sufficient when it comes to finding a job. And while that may sound like a good thing, Kowalczyk feels the Job Center can always help, even if it's with something other than finding employment.
In general, the Job Center has multiple programs, anything from helping individuals find employment, building resumes, overcoming barriers, getting gas vouchers. So our ultimate goal is to find employment, but we can help people get to that point too.
The Job Center has an upcoming resource fair on June 7th that anyone can attend. The resource fair will not include any job offerings, but instead show people what resources are available to them in the Northwoods. Jesse Killings works with SIR National, which is a senior employment program for people over 55 years old. Killings is spreading the word on an upcoming resource fair.
You need to know what's in your neighborhood. There are resources out there that a lot of people don't know about that could definitely help them in various ways.
The resource fair will take place at the Hodag Connections Learning Center, which is next door to the Job Center on Brown Street in Rhinelander. The resource fair is on June 7th, and it will run from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Another shooting in the U.S. has left 4 people dead. Coming up after the break, we'll take you to Tulsa, Oklahoma to find out the latest details after Weather with Conrad right here on Newswatch 12.
Newswatch 12 is brought to you by Bone & Joint Walk-In Care.
Our restaurant would have gone under if it wasn't for the amazing community support and small business grants from Governor Tony Evers. When the pandemic hit, we survived and didn't lay off a single employee. Since then, we've had our best year ever.
Small businesses are the heart of our economy. That's why I directed over $1 billion to thousands of small businesses, just like Lydia's.
I know politics can be really divisive, but Tony Evers is doing the right thing for small businesses.
Carpet City. Come to Carpet City Flooring Center's grand opening sale and receive massive savings along with free carpet installation. Take advantage of grand opening savings at the brand new Eagle River store and all existing locations. Come see why builders and designers only choose Carpet City Flooring Center for their flooring needs. And receive huge savings at the Carpet City Flooring Center grand opening sale.
Our prices will floor you.
Northland Basement Systems is the all things basementy company. Basement waterproofing, basement finishing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. When it comes to basement solutions, nobody does it better than we do. Since 1991, homeowners just like you in the Northland have trusted Northland Basement Systems for all things basementy in their homes. Call Northland Basement Systems today to schedule a free home evaluation.
Need a new boat or outboard? Then it's time to trade and upgrade with American Marine and Motorsports and Suzuki Outboards, because we need your old boat. We need to buy fishing boats, pontoons, and speedboats. So trade in your old one and upgrade into a new boat today. Come check out more boats and pontoons in stock than anywhere else in Wisconsin. Or we can help get you top dollar by selling your old boat on consignment. It's time to trade and upgrade with Suzuki Outboards and American Marine and Motorsports Shawano.
Never give up is what this is all about.
Yes! She made that look easy. Oh my goodness!
That just means even more to me now.
It's going to be a great season.
Born for greatness, man. Born for greatness.
Tomorrow, it's a royal celebration on Today. We're live in London for the Queen's Platinum Jubilee Week as excitement builds for this historic anniversary. Your insider ticket to the big event tomorrow on Today.
We had a pretty interesting weather day out there today. Some sunshine and then some showers, some on and off showers lingering the last couple of hours. Now a bunch of clouds out there with mostly cloudy skies, but most of the showers and thunderstorms has moved on to the east and is pretty much over Lake Michigan. But we still have a couple of lingering sprinkles in the area that will be continuing maybe the next hour or so. But then for the weekend, not the best timing. More chances of rain arrive, especially south of Wausau, where southern Wisconsin, northern Illinois will get hammered with rain pretty much all weekend. So it's going to be a slow moving and long lasting system. But talking about temperatures today, we kind of got lucky with near average temperatures, but that blue up here is cooler air from Canada, and it will continue to go down south and make it into the Rhinelander area. And pretty much most of us in the upper Midwest will be in the cooler and below average temperature trend. So like I mentioned, we did get kind of lucky out there today with pretty warm average temperatures in the 70s, couple 80s out there in the southern part of the state by Green Bay and closer to the Rapids area. But as that rain came in quickly, and that quickly started to drop those temperatures out there, pretty much 10 degrees in less than 30 minutes out there. So at one point it was sunny out there, short sleeve shirts, feeling nice, and then 30 minutes later, it was raining with temperatures in the lower 60s. Now we're continuing to pretty much hover in the mid 60s in most locations. Still a couple 70s out there where that rain hasn't made it yet. But talking about 60s, 60s will be a big thing the next week or so, with pretty much only warmer there. Day might be Tuesday where we come close to average and close to 70 degrees, but 60s will be the big story the following week. And also that wind out there, we got quite some wind, some gusty winds out there, especially a little bit north of us, and some locations like Eau Claire coming close to a 17-mile-per-hour wind with gusts close to 30. So not as windy as it was 2 days ago, but still on the breezy end, and those winds will continue to howl out there tomorrow and then once again into Saturday, but nothing out of the ordinary. Won't be over a 20 to 25 mile per hour wind, but tonight it will cool down once again. It will be pretty chilly out there for that morning commute, as we'll be hovering in the mid 40s out there with some sprinkles early on and then partly cloudy skies. Tomorrow, not much of a rebound. We'll be in the mid 60s with partly cloudy skies, and our 7-day outlook brought to you by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress does show 60s continuing into next week with on and off rain. Dan?
Some experts say we'll see an all-new surge of COVID-19 cases this summer. Researchers say new variants are set to keep COVID-19 circulating at high levels in the coming months and possibly into winter. Research suggests new variants can get past immunity barriers made by vaccines and past infections. CDC officials say new variants made up to 7% of new infections in the U.S. in late May. That's a big jump from 0.02% only a month ago. One professor of microbiology and immunology at Columbia University says without upgraded vaccines or boosters, a lot of people will get sick in the coming weeks to months. The UW system's new president said today that he wants to continue a freeze on tuition for in-state students through at least the next academic year. System officials plan to present their annual budget to regents next week, and that will include the spending plan that will freeze. Tuition for in-state undergraduates has remained flat for the last 9 years. UW System President Jay Rothman said his core objectives are keeping college affordable, maintaining enrollment levels, and attracting students from underrepresented groups. He declined to say if system officials plan to ask legislators for more money to offset the freeze in the next state budget. Tonight, President Biden is scheduled to address a nation gripped by gun violence. It comes as authorities reveal critical new details on what motivated a gunman to kill at a Tulsa hospital. It's the latest instance nationwide of law enforcement and civilians coming face to face with the threat of gun violence. Isabel Rosales reports on those emerging details out of Tulsa, Buffalo, and Uvalde.
Fear and panic. Yet another mass shooting in America. This time at a hospital campus in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
It was complete chaos as people ran out.
A shooter opening fire Wednesday. Police say he killed 2 doctors, a receptionist, and a patient.
This terrible scene, it's awful, it's sad.
A major update from Tulsa's police chief, who says the shooter targeted this doctor who performed back surgery on him, blaming him for ongoing pain.
We have also found a letter on the suspect which made it clear that he came in with the intent to kill Dr. Phillips.
And according to 3 federal sources, the gunman bought the AR-15 style firearm on the same day as the shooting. Meanwhile, in New York, the 18-year-old indicted in last month's racist supermarket shooting, appearing in court Thursday, pleading not guilty. All this as the tributes pour in. And new details emerge out of Uvalde, Texas. The mayor says a negotiator tried to call the killer. It's contrary to training, calling for officers to immediately confront active shooters.
I think the truth will come out, and if we made mistakes, we'll own those mistakes.
Inconsistencies shadowing the police's response as Americans look on and ask, how did this happen?
You can't even go to a store. You can't even go to school. Now you can't even go to the doctor.
I'm Isabel Rosales reporting.
Coming up after the break, we're going to head to a school in California where a wildlife made an appearance at a local school. We'll be right back.
At Big Valley Ford, we have a great selection of gently used trucks, SUVs, and cars, and we are ready to help you find the right vehicle to explore the North Woods. Big Valley Ford is passionate about every vehicle that enters our service center, and our team of technicians are here to help with all of your service needs. Whether you are looking for a new or used vehicle or need to get your current ride back on the road, stop into Big Valley Ford in Ewan, Michigan, and experience the Big Valley difference.
Start your next project with 11% off everything now at Menards. Check out our great selection of pressure washers. We carry top name brands like Generac and Briggs & Stratton. Pressure washers are an effective and convenient way to detail clean those dirty areas of your home. Right now, all Generac and Briggs & Stratton pressure washers are 11% off. Get 11% off everything for your project now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Entresto is the #1 heart failure brand prescribed by cardiologists and has helped over 1 million people. It was proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto.
Here's why it's smart to custom order your Ford SUV. We'll get to making it right away. You'll get an extra $1,000 order bonus plus incentive protection guaranteeing you the best offer now or at delivery. And the features you choose. Want an EPA estimated 440 miles per tank in an Escape? A 12-inch touchscreen in an Edge? You got it in a Ford built your way. Order your new Explorer SUV and get $1,000 retail order bonus cash on top of all public offers.
My company's worked in cities all over America, Minneapolis, south side of Chicago, and right here in Milwaukee. In neighborhoods just like this. We've witnessed the surge in crime, the radical driving, the theft, and shots fired. Politicians talk about crime. We've seen it firsthand. As governor, I won't tolerate it. Tony Evers, he blames the police, coddles criminals, stood by as Kenosha burned. I'm Tim Michaels. I'm not a politician. In the Army, I swore an oath to keep America safe, and that's what I'll do for Wisconsin.
This portion of News Watch 12 is brought to you by Furniture and Appliance Mart.
Part of downtown Minneapolis has a new look thanks to the unveiling of a new Prince mural. It's about 100 feet tall and one of the largest murals in the Twin Cities. It took muralist Hiro Vega 2 weeks to paint it, but 7 years to prepare. He worked with the legend's family to bring it to life. The unveiling kicks off the return of Paisley Park's annual celebration. The next 4 days are filled with a host of activities, including celebrity panels and concerts, where people will likely party like it's 1999. A California high school had an unexpected visitor Wednesday morning. A mountain lion made its way into a classroom. The school district there says the big cats sometimes come close to this school, but they've never heard of one actually making its way inside and spending most of the day there. Zach Fuentes has the story.
Students at Pescadero High School were just about to start their second to the last day of the school year Wednesday morning when an unusual chaos erupted.
I walk into the hallway, everyone's frantic, and I asked what's going on. I was like, just get in the classroom, get in the classroom.
The school placed on lockdown after that mountain lion cub was found in an English classroom. Here you see it resting just below a desk.
I mean, right when I just got to school with my dad, they just told me, oh, there's a mountain lion. You've got to get to a classroom, got to go in the gym.
The school district superintendent tells us that the mountain lion cub wandered into the school as students were arriving for the day.
It was when students were coming in and out at the beginning of the day. It was right before school. So yes, the door had been left open as the student had exited, and then the cat went in.
The San Mateo County Sheriff's Office says a quick-thinking staff member closed the door and was able to keep the mountain lion inside that English classroom where it had spent most of the day. The district superintendent told us that it's not unheard of for a mountain lion to come close to campus, but for one to get inside the classroom, that is a first, not just for the school, but for the different agencies that were out at the scene.
But yes, having one in a classroom, I honestly thought it was a senior prank at first because it is the day before school is out. But I quickly learned, based on the source of the information, that was not the case.
Before students were sent home early for the day, they made signs of support for the cub that spent more time in the classroom than they did. Just after 3 p.m., Fish and Wildlife were able to get the mountain lion out of that classroom.
So we used a dart tranquilizer rifle to put a drug mix into the animal through the dart. And it went down smoothly, no problems.
Fish and Wildlife says the animal was skinny, but seemed otherwise healthy. It was taken to the Oakland Zoo for a full assessment.
Joe Biden opened America's borders, increasing the flow of deadly drugs into our communities. Last year, over 105,000 people died of drug overdoses in America. Biden's putting our children and families at risk. Ron Johnson is warning everyone that drug traffickers are adding fentanyl to counterfeit pills, and it only takes one pill to kill. Please tell your children and support law enforcement.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
At Lakeside Living Design, we've always got something stylish in store for you. Whether you're looking for high-quality custom upholstery, decorative accessories and gifts, or are designing your space entirely from scratch, you'll have a friendly designer by your side, sharing their expertise, helping you bring your unique style to life. So stop by, explore our showroom, and together we'll make your space feel just like home.
Have you ever looked up how much of an appliance is made in the U.S.? At Maher Water Corporation, we use systems that are 90% made in the U.S. In fact, over 80% of the unit is made right here in the Midwest, and 75% of the entire unit is made right here in our beautiful state of Wisconsin. Combining the local made product with a local family company means money spent here stays here. So call us today to meet our Wisconsin-made family.
Everything's so expensive, it's stretching our family thin. It never used to be like this. It's tougher on us to make ends meet because America's too dependent on China, and Ron Johnson's making it worse. He voted against cracking down on China with tougher trade deals and voted for tax breaks to corporations shipping jobs overseas, and even refused to punish China when it manipulates its currency. And Ron Johnson even defended shipping American jobs overseas. Senator Johnson, stop making it easier on China and tougher on us.
Everyone sleeps at Tomahawk Furniture and Gun with prices so low you'll have to bend over to see them. Prices that'll make your eyes pop out. Want to sleep watching TV? Check out our recliners. You want to pass out face first in a sofa? Check out our sofas. And beds. We've got beds. Check us out. Prices so low you'll think we're crazy. Because everyone sleeps at Tomahawk Furniture and Gun.
Bruce Orthodontics, changing lives one smile at a time. Rhinelander, Minocqua, Eagle River, Phillips, and the greater Northwoods area. Treating patients of all ages.
So, Conrad, we got sports reporter Griffin Stroin out in the Minocqua area right now. He's covering some local sports, some girls soccer. Is he going to stay dry out there? Because he had sprinkles all day.
Yeah. I mean, just to the north of us, we have a little bit of sprinkles out there. So he's probably going to get hit with a sprinkle or two, but the game should not be canceled. Right. I mean, no thunderstorms like we had earlier today, but look at these temperatures, folks. 70s out there earlier. It did not last long. I mean, we had it for maybe an hour or so with the sun out, but then the clouds rolled in and rain showers, and that rain was really cool out there and cooled off those temperatures into the 60s, pretty much 10 degrees in less than 30 minutes. And now we've slightly rebounded by a couple degrees since that rain moved out, but still 60s, pretty much running most of the Northwoods. And those sprinkles, like I said, just to the north of us, but most of that will be moving out very shortly. No more thunderstorms at that, but more chances of rain for the weekend, especially south of Wausau, with temperatures sticking around in the mid to upper 60s all week.
Okay, thank you per usual, Conrad. We'll have more from Conrad at Newswatch 12 at 10. We will see you then.